At the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Plus meeting in Tianjin, Chinese President Xi Jinping unveiled a bold vision for the future of international order, the Global Governance Initiative. Building upon his earlier proposals of the Global Development Initiative, the Global Security Initiative, and the Global Civilization Initiative, Xi's message carried a strong call for fairness, equality, and collective responsibility in a rapidly changing world. He laid out 5 guiding principles that, according to him, must reshape the way nations interact and cooperate. The first principle, sovereign equality. Xi emphasized that every nation, regardless of its size, wealth, or power, must be seen as an equal participant, decision-maker, and beneficiary in global governance. He called for a world where no country dominates another, and where developing nations have the representation and voice they deserve. Second, Xi stressed the need to abide by international rule of law. He underlined that the purposes and principles of the United Nations Charter must be upheld in their entirety. International laws, he said, should apply equally to all nations, without double standards and without allowing a few countries to impose their own rules on others. The third principle was a firm commitment to multilateralism. Xi urged world leaders to reject unilateralism and instead strengthen solidarity, consultation, and joint contribution. He highlighted the irreplaceable role of the United Nations, stressing that its status and authority must be protected in order to preserve global peace and stability. Fourth, Xi called for a people-centered approach to global governance. He explained that the ultimate purpose of governance is to serve the people of every nation, making them both the actors and the beneficiaries of a fairer system. Reforming global governance, he argued, should help close the gap between North and South, tackle common global challenges, and safeguard the interests of all humanity. And finally, Xi stressed the importance of real, concrete actions. He urged countries not to let governance become fragmented or fall behind the challenges of the times. Instead, he encouraged a holistic approach, coordinating resources, enhancing practical cooperation, and striving for tangible, visible outcomes that benefit the world. Xi's 5-point proposal is not just another diplomatic statement. It is an appeal for a new world order rooted in equality, fairness, and inclusivity. His words reflect China's growing push to reshape global governance and present an alternative to systems long dominated by the West. As nations listened in Tianjin, the call was clear: to work together, to reform, and to build a governance system that reflects the realities and aspirations of the 21st century. Whether this initiative will reshape the global order remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: the debate over what fair and just governance looks like is now more urgent than ever.
First, we should adhere to sovereign equality. We should maintain that all countries, regardless of size, strength, and wealth, are equal participants, decision-makers, and beneficiaries in global governance. We should promote greater democracy in international relations and increase the representation and voice of developing countries. Second, we should abide by international rule of law. The purposes and principles of the UN Charter and other universally recognized basic norms of international relations must be observed comprehensively, fully, and in their entirety. International law and rules should be applied equally and uniformly. There should be no double standards, and the house rules of a few countries must not be imposed upon others. Third, we should practice multilateralism. We should uphold the vision of global governance featuring extensive consultation and joint contribution for shared benefit, strengthen solidarity and coordination, and oppose unilateralism. We should firmly safeguard the status and authority of the UN, and ensure its irreplaceable, key role in global governance. Fourth, we should advocate the people-centered approach. We should reform and improve the global governance system to ensure that the people of every nation are the actors in and beneficiaries of global governance, so as to better tackle the common challenges for mankind, better narrow the North-South gap, and better safeguard the common interests of all countries. Fifth, we should focus on taking real actions. We should adopt a systematic and holistic approach, coordinate global actions, fully mobilize various resources, and strive for more visible outcomes. We should enhance practical cooperation to prevent the governance system from lagging behind or being fragmented.